natural spring water is a water for every occasion on the field of sports, at your workplace. Just open the bottle and savor the pure, refreshing taste. Holy natural spring water is produced in Mama Can St. Andrews and is available in all sizes nationwide. To order, telephone 444-7654 or 533-7654. Holy natural spring water, Grenada's purest bottled water.
Kite flying contributes significantly to power outages on our system. In fact, from January 2017 to March 2019, we had 143 kite flying incidents on our system, affecting over 31,000 customers. This approximates to about 2/3 of our customer base. We also have power surges, and these are spikes in electrical current which can negatively impact electronics and other appliances in the home and businesses as well. When kites entangle our lines and the lines clashes, you have sparks which can fall to the ground and cause bushfires as well.
GreenLink operates a network that where voltages range from 230 volts all the way up to 33,000 volts. At that level, basically any sort of contact with the lines can result in electrocution, especially when you're not contacting the lines with proper safety equipment. A kite is simply pieces of fabric that can be moist depending on the conditions outside, and so at the higher voltages, the risk of electrocution is definitely possible.
It's a major strain on the company's resource to restore power after a distribution cut caused by kite flying. We have to send the crews out there to first of all investigate, then to restore power. We recognize that kite flying is a very important tradition to the Grenadian public. However, we would like them to do it safely by staying away from power lines to avoid personal injuries and disruption to the service to our customers.
This Easter, be safe, be considerate, fly your kites in wide open spaces away from power lines.
GreenLink, energizing our community.
Hello and welcome to the MTV Evening News for Tuesday, March 5th, 2024. The news headlines come to you in association with Quartz Grenada Limited.
It's the annual frame event at Quartz Optical, so don't miss out. Get up to 80% off your favorite frames. Call 405-9622 to book your free eye examination or book online at quartzoptical.com. Get that frame today and pay later. It's the annual frame event only at Quartz Optical. Value you can see. Conditions apply.
Coming up in the news tonight, chopping incident in St. Andrew leaves one man hospitalized. St. Mark's residents resist court-ordered demolition. Caregivers trained in first aid and CPR. And in sports, Paradise FC International crowned Premier League champions. The details when we come back.
The first segment of the MTV Evening News comes to your compliment Nexa Credit Union. With you wherever your road leads.
When you need someone to help you to your feet, I'll be that beacon to your highest peak. I'll be right next to you, no, I will never leave. Come on, take my hands, we got everything we need. Cause you can look to me, yes I can. Whenever you're in need, yes you can. Just call on me and I'll be on my way. I'll be by your side, never to divide. To light that shines our way. There with you, wherever you road leads, we'll make your dreams come true. Next
Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
Good evening. With the news in detail, I am Troy Gill. A young man sustained serious injuries following a chopping incident in Pearls, St. Andrew on Sunday night. According to reports, 36-year-old Neilon Zephyrin of Tivoli, St. Andrew, who is a well-known barber in Grenville, lost his left hand during an altercation at his bar near the Pearls airstrip. MTV News was reliably informed by a family member that he is warded at the General Hospital in a stable condition. The victim's brother, Bogozo, who is also a well-known barber in Grenville, told our news desk on Tuesday that he did not witness the incident, but from what he understands, the man who chopped his brother appeared drunk and uneasy before the incident. According to him, the altercation started after the alleged perpetrator was warned by the victim about a bar policy and he apparently did not agree. Police confirmed to MTV News that one man was detained in relation to the incident. The demolition of sheds along the St. Mark's Bay was met with resistance and protest for fishermen and residents in the area who maintain that they were not given adequate notice. They gathered on Tuesday in hopes that the authorities will reconsider.
So they could move us too. What about it? What are the boat? They try to move them wall to man, they don't want to man hollow. The first owner of the land, Roger, have to tell them they can't hollow on the bay. Yeah. We shall not be moved. 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 We shall not Dukeme fish. Dukeme beach is not a private beach. Yeah.
It was a chaotic scene in Duquesne St. Mark on Tuesday after a court order forced the demolition of sheds erected in St. Mark's Bay. When MTV News arrived at the bay, police officers and court clerks were on the scene, and angry villagers and fishermen voiced their concerns and frustration over the pending demolition. According to them, their livelihood is being affected tremendously. John Francis from Duquesne says he is a fisherman for over 40 years. According to him, he was never summoned to court on the issue and is calling on the government to intervene.
Well, sometime last week, I don't know if it's the bailiff where he come with a paper and he say, a day as today, you come and break down there. We have to move. But I find it funny. Because all my fishing gears inside it, my boat inside it, because as all you see the sea rough now, the sea coming up, where I could go. When I ask the man where I could put my thing, he don't matter. Well, I can't think so good right now. Because seeing my what, my sack, my collie, my boat, my engine, going on so, you'll be hard because no way to put it.
Rob Bartholomew, who is also operating a shed at the St. Mark's Bay, says his shed was used as a storeroom for most of his fishing tools and a small shop where he sells drinks and accommodates visitors.
Well, like you see, everyone who is surrounded and everyone feeling the same pain as me. Okay? Because all of us is fishermen, even the villagers. Okay? Everyone feeling hurt because if I cook 1 pound of rice, everyone eat a seal. The fishermen sit down here first thing in the morning, 3 o'clock, everybody out here. The villagers come here, they feel comfortable. Well, we the villagers don't even love it. It's the tourists who love it. Whenever they come, they feel comfortable. They ask me how I come up with this idea to build this little place. I just tell them I don't know, even God will inspire me. Okay? The tourists will welcome anywhere people come out from, all over the area, all over the country, all over the world. And they come here, they welcome. I treat everybody the same, the local, the tourists, everybody welcome.
One of the sheds was also occupied by a homeless man.
What I find all about on me bed all about.
So you don't see your situation?
Yeah, I just wait, so I just stand up when the rain falling.
So we asking on the government to get you a proper place. You want that? You want that?
Exactly, because I don't know where to. He had helped me out.
The next place there where that man is there is a homeless man living there. And he's staying there. That little shed right there. So he don't know where to go. So right now he will be on the street.
MTV News understands that the matter was heard before a High Court judge sometime last week. However, according to fishermen in the area, they were not aware. Reporting for MTV News, I am Akila Aberdeen.
The case of Mount Pure Natural Mineral Water versus Spice Mass Corporation remains before the civil court, and owner of Mount Pure, Yolanda McQueen, confirmed to MTV News that both sides are putting their case forward, and she is hopeful that it will end in Mount Pure's favor.
Well, it was more having the witness and both sides putting their case forward. I think it was very interesting. The judge said it would be a very interesting case for Grenada. It's very, very tiring. I feel like I'm fighting for the whole of Grenada. I feel like I'm fighting for the fairness. I feel that, I shouldn't have to go through what I'm going through.
The civil matter stems from an incident at Spice Mass Corporation's office on July 18th, 2019, involving McQueen and the then CEO of the corporation.
We wanted to be a sponsor of Carnival, and we were denied that right. The argument this morning that, due process was not followed. It was unfair the way it was done. And hopefully in the judgment, it will be made more clear.
McQueen says it was never her intention to take Spice Mass Corporation to court, as it belongs to the people of Grenada.
I've spent a lot of money fighting that case, and it shouldn't be that way. The judge has sent us to mediation, and I wanted to settle, because I've said in mediation, I don't know if I could speak about mediation, I do not want to take the Spice Mass to court. Spice Mass belongs to all of us.
Elderly citizens in St. Patrick are calling on the relevant authorities for better road conditions and water access. MTV News journeyed to the parish on Tuesday and spoke with two elders on what they are faced with daily.
Two elderly citizens from St. Patrick are calling on the relevant authorities to do what is necessary to ensure their access to water and proper roads. The retired men say they normally have to pay villagers to carry buckets of water to their homes for daily use. Tom Samuel says he has been without running water for several years, and it is becoming increasingly difficult as he ages.
We give the media, and the media will give it to all you. So please, ministry, who in charge, send people up in the place to see the condition of the road.
He explained that if there is an emergency in the area, there is no access roads for vehicles, including the fire truck or ambulance.
People want to come, but they can't get no place. The truck, you can't come. Look at my house there. Amount of money I spend on the house, because people have to tow the material over there to come here. So why the sense you spending double money? I go and work fighting foreign, and I come here and I have to spend, and I can't get none in my pocket again. 43 to now in among the years, I can't get no water. I travel to the States, I come back to live in my country. All I ask in the ministry, send a man come and see the condition of the road and water for we to use, because I pay a lot of land tax. And if they don't give us no water, I will keep the land tax in my pocket and run pipe for my own.
John Fletcher also feels the pain and discomfort and is hoping that the matter can be speedily addressed.
Well, we need water and the road, and we need it urgent, because when I have to pick up water in bucket and bring the water in my house, I pay a man to bring the water, and it's hard, Well, I could pass from Southeast come back, because they don't build a bridge across the river. They just build a footbridge, you see.
So you can't drive.
But otherwise, you could drive in the water and come through. But look at the place now, the place slide, no vehicle can come through. Both sides, no vehicle can come through.
It is their prayer that someone will see their story and recognize the need to assist. Reporting for MTV News, I am Akila Aberdeen.
In a determined effort to revamp Grenada's mental health approach, Grenada's new Minister for Mental Health, Honorable Delma Thomas, says she is pushing with urgency to ensure that there is an overhaul in how mental health is handled. Minister Thomas was speaking in St. George on Monday as she welcomed Canadian Senator and mental health expert Dr. Stan Kuchar, who is spending the week in Grenada to facilitate discussions on best mental health practices.
In terms of what we want to see, how we want to change the piecemeal approach as it relates to dealing with mental health and mental issues, and take a more strategic approach in addressing the problems before it happens, and to deal with those who we already have, in terms of those who are already affected with the illness, and how we can provide support not only to them but to families, because when you...
Expert Dr. Stan Kuchar emphasized the importance of collaboration and exchange of expertise in advancing mental health initiatives.
I think what I have had the privilege of learning in the many different places I've been able to work is that there are broad brush frameworks that apply everywhere. But the exact way that structures are built have to be built by the people who live there. And that we don't take a colonial model that happened to work here and just put it there and say, this is it. So it has to be built together.
Permanent Secretary with the Ministry of Mental Health, Kim Frederick, welcomed the invaluable contributions of the mental health professional.
Because it is a new ministry, we really need to know how that ministry should be structured to really be able to deliver the services that we need, and what type of resources we need, the personnel and so forth. So it is critical that you're here to do the assessment, and as you indicated, you can provide guidance in terms of best practice. And so we have a corporate planning session this week on Wednesday, and that will be an opportunity for you to share with the team, the senior management team, and the other persons as well.
That's the first segment of news. More news when we come back.
The first segment of the MTV Evening News came to you in association with Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
When you need someone to help you to your feet, I'll be that beacon to your highest peak. I'll be right next to you, no, I will never leave. Come on, take my hands, we got everything we need. Cause you can look to me, yes, I can. Whenever you're in need, yes, you can. Just call on me and I'll be on my way. I'll be by your side, never to divide, till light that shines our way. Wherever you road leads, we'll make your dreams come true. Nexa, 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 right next to you.
Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
Like family, it's always exciting when lottery players get together. Now the lottery games are joining in the fun. Check out the multiplier family of Instacash games. 5 times the cash at $2, 10 times the cash at $3, and 20 times the cash at $5. On your tickets, match any of our numbers with any of the winning numbers and win the prize below that number. There's more. Multiply your winnings up to 5 times, 10 times, or 20 times more. Winning is easy. Play Monday to Sunday. There are no draws to wait on. Win instantly. It's the multiplier family of Instacash games with over $675,000 to be won instantly. Don't just buy one, buy all, because family is everything. Must be 18 years and older to play. NLA, making family dreams come true.
When a loved one passes on, we all need the comfort, support, and guidance of a trusted friend. You can rely on LaCour Brothers Funeral Home. We provide a personalized professional service that exceeds all expectations. Our dedicated staff responds to your every need with the greatest detail, ensuring affordability with a variety of options. Our upgraded state-of-the-art facilities, spacious air-conditioned chapel with live internet streaming, a modern, environmentally safe crematorium, the only of its kind on island. Private viewing spaces, large on-site repair center, a modern transportation fleet. Join our burial society today and make personalized arrangements for that final moment as you prepare to enter your loved one into eternal rest. Visit or call LaCroix Brothers Funeral Home and select a package that brings added comfort to the entire family. LaCroix Brothers Funeral Home and Burial Society, continuing a tradition of excellence.
Just had a special privilege of sampling the Golden Jubilee edition of the limited edition spice rum from the Grenada distillers, and I must say it's something that you should try. It is authentically Grenadian, but from the flavors to the aromas to the overall taste, the blend is great. It's light, it's golden like the Golden Jubilee, and I think you can make any collector's shelves anywhere in the world. Hats off to the Grenada distillers.
It's time to hit the road again with Grenada Cooperative Bank Limited for the annual Pump It Up Family Fun Walk. Gather your friends, bring out the family, organize your group, come out in your numbers and pump it up to a healthier lifestyle while supporting a worthy cause. Join us in Carriacou on April 14th at 4 p.m. as we pump it up from the Harveyvale playing field to the Hillsborough playing field. Then we bring the action to the mainland on April 21st at 4 p.m. from Montrouge playing field to Kirani James Athletic Stadium. It's a fun family affair with lots of prizes and giveaways. Register today because this is the final fundraising push for the re-establishment of the Carlton Home. Individual packages are $20, while packages for groups of 3 or more are $15 each while stocks last. Register online at www.grenadacoopbank.com or at any one of our retail banking units. Visit our website for more details.
Welcome home.
Hi, good day. My name is Kyle Sylvester. I am the manager and founder of Case Farming Enterprise. We're an agro-processing business that are involved in the processing of agricultural goods, where we do bottle seasoning packs, lettuce, kale, and broccoli. Sometimes we as human beings get sick or injured on the job. NS provides a safety net for us. I am here to encourage other entrepreneurs and self-employed persons to sign up under the NIS Self-Employment Program.
GRENLEC Community Partnership Initiative.
We applied to GRENLEC for the construction of a new library at Dover Government School. We've given them a library space that is comfortable, that is homey, that has customized furniture, outfitted for a child who really wants to enjoy reading. I want to thank the Grenada Electricity Services. We could not have done it without you, and we look forward to continued partnership into the future.
GRENLEC, energizing our community.
The second segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with Ariza Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
Take charge of your financial journey by switching to an Own Your Own loan at Ariza Credit Union. Ariza's Own Your Own loan is as unique as you are because we know one size fits all does not fit you. With Own Your Own loan, you get unmatched benefits including lower interest rates, flexible repayment options, discounted loan and legal fees, and savings from hardware suppliers. Tailor-made options that put you in control. Switch now and step into the life you were always meant to live with Ariza's Own Your Own loan. Ariza Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future. Call us today at 440-1759 or visit our website at arizacu.com.
Welcome back. The Division of Social Services within the Ministry of Social Development, along with the Grenada Red Cross Society, commenced a one-day first aid and CPR training for caregivers on Tuesday. More in this report.
12 government and 11 private sector caregivers were trained by the Grenada Red Cross in basic first aid and CPR. first aid facilitator at the Grenada Red Cross Society, Paulette Mitchell, believes the one-day training is important for the safety and well-being of children.
Well, today we did first aid training, CPR training for the daycare providers of the childcare units. We taught them information on administering first aid to adults and infants. We taught them bandaging, how to care for a responsive and an unresponsive adult and infant during an emergency situation.
Mitchell is in high hopes that the participants would have fully grasped the correct way to deliver first aid and CPR.
First aid is very important in childcare, and I would hope that they would have gained the confidence and the competence to actually go forward and be able to better take care of the children in their care. Yes, I would hope in the future that everyone takes an interest in becoming first aid certified with the Grenada Red Cross, and we are open to training everyone.
Social worker with responsibility for early childhood within the Division of Social Services at the Ministry of Social Development, Nikita Noel, reaffirmed government's commitment to equipping caregivers with the relevant training needed in their field of work.
So it is the ministry's hope that the training program would equip caregivers with the knowledge and skills in responding to events or situations of emergencies. Whether it is serious, whether it is minor, your ability to administer first aid can make the difference in the lives of young persons.
The one-day training was held at the Grenada Red Cross building on Tuesday morning. For MTV News, Kayla Flavany.
As efforts continue to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and ozone-depleting substances, an alliance was launched which aims to address these challenges, including finding sustainable solutions to manage substances that are harmful to the environment. More in this report.
Tuesday saw the launch of the Climate and Ozone Alliance, or COPA project, with a 2-day workshop at the Grenada Grand Beach Resort, co-organized by the National Ozone Unit in the Ministry of Climate Resilience, the Environment and Renewable Energy, and the German Development Cooperation, or GIZ. The kick-off workshop aims to uncover the unique challenges faced by Grenada in managing ozone-depleting substances, or ODS, and hydrofluorocarbon, or HFC banks. Project Officer at the National Ozone Unit, Leslie Smith, speaking to MTV News on Tuesday, revealed that one of the key initiatives emerging from the workshop is recycling and recovery efforts, spearheaded by the Grenada Solid Waste Management Authority.
One of the key stakeholders is the Grenada Solid Waste Management Authority, because a recovery and reclamation center will be set up at the Solid Waste Management Authority compound, where they will collect these gases, reclaim them or clean them up, and then recirculate them back into the sector to be reused by the technicians. So in so doing, we are attempting to prevent the release of these gases into the atmosphere.
He says they have provided the authority with state-of-the-art equipment that will aid in the recovery and recycling of gases that are harmful to the environment.
So the equipment that we have provided thus far, we have provided state-of-the-art, very expensive reclamation machine, a recovery machine, refrigerant identifier, refrigerant cylinders. Subsequent to that, we've had an additional request from the Solid Waste Management Authority for additional equipment, so we are going to double up on all of that. And this launch today under the COPA project will provide some of these additional equipment.
Integrated Resource and ICT Manager at the Grenada Solid Waste Management Authority, Lyndon Charles, says the Waste Recycling Center at Queen's Park, St. George, is being equipped for the collection of such substances. Additionally, efforts will be made to capture these substances at the source, including households.
Added aspect is that we're looking to be proactive, and with that, to go out to the public to decommission your refrigerator and your gas merchandise, and then have the white goods pick up. Because we also believe we have leakages there. Because you would see, for example, from time to time, refrigerators and so on next to a communal bin. And with the metal recovery agents, we are not certain that they're doing their due diligence.
Stakeholders at the workshop include representatives from the Grenada Solid Waste Management Authority, the Grenada Bureau of Standards, and the refrigeration, air conditioning, and automotive industries. For MTV News, Kayla Flavany.
The Bolio Roman Catholic School continues celebrations in observance of Grenada's Golden Jubilee. The school on Thursday hosted their end-of-month heritage activity and song competition. MTV's Kayla Flavany attended.
The Bolio Roman Catholic School's annual end-of-month heritage and song fest form part of their commemoration of Grenada's 50th Jubilee celebrations. Teacher and chairman of the cultural committee at the school, Sadisha Jones, says the activity is a way for the students at the school to informally learn about their island's history, with hopes of forming a strong foundation from the primary level.
The children would have visited the different parishes to see what the parishes entail in order to be able to put out this exhibition today.
She is in high hopes that the students will be able to educate others about all the parishes. This year, each grade displayed a parish exhibition, incorporating people, historic events, and unique items that can be found at each parish. The exhibition was followed by a song fest with the likes of Calypsonian Scholar and the police band.
Basically, they would know not just St. George, but they would know about each parish in Grenada.
There will be a different focus each year, Jones says, as the goal is to encourage students to be creative while learning about their culture.
So every year we try to do something creative so that we can continue the culture and the tradition of our country. And it's not just teachers that teach, but every single individual in the country that put out to express the love. And this year we're celebrating 50 years, so it's even more significant for our children to know their past, know what happened before, and know where they're going in the future.
For MTV News, Kayla Flavany.
That's the second segment of news. Stay with us.
The second segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with Ariza Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
Take charge of your financial journey by switching to an Own Your Own loan at Ariza Credit Union. Ariza's Own Your Own loan is as unique as you are because we know one size fits all does not fit you. With Own Your Own loan, you get unmatched benefits including lower interest rates, flexible repayment options, discounted loan and legal fees, and savings from hardware suppliers. Tailor-made options that put you in control. Switch now and step into the life you were always meant to live with Ariza's Own Your Own loan. Ariza Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future. Call us today at 440-1759 or visit our website at arizacu.com.
The National Lotteries Authority is a proud sponsor of many cultural activities within the Tri-Island state of Grenada.
My name is Anderson Matterson, also known as Leftist, and I'm a Calypsonian and stringman music player from Carrico. I support the games of the National Lottery Authority because culture benefits tremendously. Annually, the NLA supports the Carrico and Pittimatney Carnival, the Carrico Stringman Music Festival, and all regattas, among other activities. When I play the game of the NLA, I can see where my money goes, and it's an investment into our culture.
Yes, Grenada, when you play the games of the NLA, you enable us to invest in the skills and talents of our people in the areas of sports, culture, and nation building.
Are you in the diaspora missing the taste of home? Well, now you can order your limited edition rum from Grenada Distillers. Simply click on the link provided and fill out the form to secure your bottle at Nick's Barrel House. Or you can have someone collect your order for you. And for our local customers, if you order 2 bottles or more, we can deliver right to your doorstep. For more information, contact us at Nick's Barrel House at 444-5363 or DM us on our Instagram and Facebook pages at Grenada Distillers. Clark's Court Rum. Enjoy responsibly.
Hi, my name is Dwayne Thompson, co-owner and founder of Sweet Grenada Tours, Taxi and Rental.
we provide transportation tours in the field of tourism. Being in the field of tourism, the pandemic have taught us that we need all the help we can get, which the NIF has been very helpful in doing so. But as a small business owner, we are even more excited right now with the new initiative that the NIF have launched, providing a little bit more flexibility for small businesses like ourselves. So we definitely encourage all of the small business to consider getting on board with the NIF and this new initiative that allows the level of flexibility that they have implemented.
The Planning and Development Authority of Grenada, PDA, is enforcing regulations to curb illegal, disorderly, and unauthorized development in several locations throughout the state of Grenada. The authority is concerned that structures mainly associated with vending are negatively impacting the environment, has undesirable public health and sanitation consequences, present obstructions to vehicle and pedestrian traffic, can become projectiles during adverse weather conditions, and generally affect the aesthetics of the nation. The PDA will work along with stakeholder ministries and institutions to effect the demolition, removal, and disposal of structures which fall in the category of illegal and disorderly development, commencing January 2024. In this regard, persons who vend in or occupy such illegal structures are advised to secure their personal belongings and have the structures removed ahead of the planned PDA demolition operations. These actions of the PDA have become necessary to safeguard and protect public health and the environment, ensure the safety and well-being of all citizens and visitors, discourage any future disorderly construction, and encourage compliance to regulations pertaining to physical development in the state of Grenada. This is a message from the Planning and Development Authority of Grenada.
It's time to hit the road again with Grenada Cooperative Bank Limited for the annual Pump It Up Family Fun Walk. Gather your friends, bring out the family, organize your group, come out in your numbers and pump it up to a healthier lifestyle while supporting a worthy cause. Join us in Carriacou on April 14th at 4 p.m. as we pump it up from the Harveyvale playing field to the Hillsborough playing field. Then we bring the action to the mainland on April 21st at 4 p.m. from Montrouge playing field to Kirani James Athletic Stadium. It's a fun family affair with lots of prizes and giveaways. Register today because this is the final fundraising push for the re-establishment of the Carlton Home. Individual packages are $20, while packages for groups of 3 or more are $15 each while stocks last. Register online at www.grenadacoopbank.com or at any one of our retail banking units. Visit our website for more details.
Welcome home. Third-party outages are caused by parties external to Grenada. Kite flying is one of the major causes of third-party outages also.
Kite flying over the years has proven to be an issue that has created many outages on our systems.
This Easter, Grenlec would like you to keep your kite in sight. Use an open area with no overhead power lines. Avoid personal injury through electric shock. Avoid damaging property and causing inconvenience through power outages. Enjoy tradition safely. Avoid damage and injury.
Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
Now for this evening's regional roundup.
This is the regional roundup for today. I am Donessa Panchu. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley has hit back at what he calls dotish allegations that the government is affiliated with the Solo Creed, the tugboat behind the oil spill off Tobago's coast. Speaking at the opening of the Montego Bay Public Library on Monday, Rowley said there is no shortage of negative conversation in the country that even bothers on stupidity. Using the oil spill as an example, Rowley said, and I quote, "This morning, I am hearing a member of parliament with a theory, long conspiracy theory, that the only reason that the boat could have struck Tobago and leaked oil on our beaches is because it was sneaking through Trinidad and Tobago." On Sunday, using a Guardian Media exclusive report as a reference, Oropouche East MP Dr. Rudal Munilal said it appears this country's waters have been used to facilitate sanction busting. However, Dr. Rowley said it appears that people have forgotten the geography of this country. In Jamaica, a shopkeeper in Manchester is facing a wounded with intent charge following the reported chopping of another man who accidentally hit his vehicle with a stone. The shopkeeper, 53-year-old Satchmo Green, of a Waltham address in Jamaica's youngest parish, was arrested and charged following the incident in Bonito Heights last Thursday. Reports from the Mandeville police are that about 4 a.m., a man and his girlfriend had a dispute during which he threw a stone that the police said accidentally hit Green's vehicle. Green reportedly went to make a formal report to the police, returned to the location, and allegedly inflicted several chop wounds on the man. The injured man was taken to the hospital for treatment. Green was subsequently arrested and charged with the offense. Over in Guyana, the nationwide teacher strike have been called off. The government and the Guyana Teachers Union will convene within 48 hours to address all matters concerning teachers, including a pay increase. More in this HGP TV report.
After 1 month of striking over better pay and improved working conditions, teachers will return to the classrooms from Wednesday, March 6, 2024. And the government and the Guyana Teachers Union must meet within 48 hours. That's the ruling of the Supreme Court Monday afternoon, 2 days after Justice Sandil Kisoon ordered mediation between the Guyana government and the Guyana Teachers Union. Attorney-at-law Darshan Ramdani, who represented the Attorney General in the mediation process, confirmed that a deal has been brokered.
The children of the nation, those students who are in school, would be pleased to know that the teachers will resume work on Wednesday, the 6th of March. That is, I believe, 2 days from now. So, because we're in a critical time at school, Mr. Hussein is here, and the teachers will return. I think their SBA is going on, and I do believe that there's even common entrance issues to be sorted out.
The discussions, Nightly News understands, will take place at the Ministry of Education's boardroom within 48 hours.
The union had asked at the beginning of these negotiations, or this mediation process rather, that they wanted everything to be on the table for discussions. They had asked for quite a little bit more than that during these discussions, but I believe good sense has prevailed in this process. The government has always been reiterating its position to engagement with the unions. The government has been engaging with the unions, and so we are very pleased that they are returning to the table and that these conversations, discussions, meaningful one for the teachers of this country and for the students of this country and for the general good governance of this country, that this will now take on a more conciliatory approach.
Meanwhile, President of the Guyana Teachers Union, Mark Light, told media operatives that based on the terms of resumption, the issue of teachers' pay increase will be the first item on the agenda.
It sets the framework for the process to commence collective bargaining. As you've heard, the Ministry of Education is saying everything is on the table. Prior to our previous engagements were just policies in nature. Now they are committing to deal with all the financial matters. So we consider this to be an attempt to treat with collective bargaining.
Dr. Light highlighted that among other issues to be addressed include GTU's proposal for housing for teachers and more duty-free concessions.
Now there's a process of a discussion with the Ministry of Education on all the matters pertaining to our multi-year collective agreement.
How optimistic?
Well, that is before the court. The matter with the finances being financial deductions, as well as the deductions of dues, the remittance of dues, those are before the court. So those were not placed on the table.
The mediation, which was ordered by Justice Sandil Kisoon, saw Senior Counsel Laku and Senior Counsel Stobie mediating the close to 10-hour-long process. Travis Chase, HGP Nightly News.
And that's it for this evening's Regional Roundup. I am Donessa Pancho.
This is the MTV Evening News. More news when we come back.
Pick your daily reward from the Quartz Ready Cash Money Tree. Every customer is a winner with every loan of $3,000 or more from Quartz Ready Cash. Plus, you get to enter to win a weekend for two at Sandals. No deposit, no collateral needed. All you need is your ID, proof of address, payslip, job letter, and 2 references. Visit your nearest Quartz or Ready Cash location today or apply online at www.quartz.com. Get more for 2024 with Quartz Ready Cash. We are ready when you are. Conditions apply.
The National Lotteries Authority is a proud sponsor of many cultural activities within the Tri-Island state of Grenada.
My name is Anderson Matterson, also known as Leftist, and I'm a calypsonian and string band music player from Carrico. I support the games of the National Lottery Authority because culture benefits tremendously. Annually, the NLA supports the Carrico and Pittimatney Carnival, the Carrico String Band Music Festival, and all regattas, among other activities. When I play the game of the NLA, I can see where my money goes, and it's an investment into our culture.
Yes, Grenada, when you play the games of the NLA, you enable us to invest in the skills and talents of our people in the areas of sports, culture, and nation building.
My name is Alimaka Motley. I've been here doing nails since 2017. Me being self-employed, I have realized that paying the NIS benefits me now and even when I retire. By the time I'm 65, I will be receiving contributions back from NIS. So I benefit because I'm self-employed. Anything can happen. If anything happens to you while you're at work, you've got a bad cold, you have the COVID, you have dengue, we have all these diseases that's plaguing us at the moment, NIS will be giving you back some form of money when you're ill. So I would encourage all small business persons to sign up with NIS now.
The Planning and Development Authority of Grenada, PDA, is enforcing regulations to curb illegal, disorderly, and unauthorized development in several locations throughout the state of Grenada. The authority is concerned that structures mainly associated with vending are negatively impacting the environment, has undesirable public health and sanitation consequences, present obstructions to vehicle and pedestrian traffic, can become projectiles during adverse weather conditions, and generally affect the aesthetics of the nation. The PDA will work along with stakeholder ministries and institutions to effect the demolition, removal, and disposal of structures which fall in the category of illegal and disorderly development, commencing January 2024. In this regard, persons who vend in or occupy such illegal structures are advised to secure their personal belongings and have the structures removed ahead of the planned PDA demolition operations. These actions of the PDA have become necessary to safeguard and protect public health and the environment, ensure the safety and well-being of all citizens and visitors, discourage any future disorderly construction, and encourage compliance to regulations pertaining to physical development in the state of Grenada. This is a message from the Planning and Development Authority of Grenada.
Third-party outages are caused by parties external to Grenada. Kite flying is one of the major causes of third-party outages also.
Kite flying over the years has proven to be an issue that has created many outages on our systems.
This Easter, Grenlec would like you to keep your kite in sight. Use an open area with no overhead power lines. Avoid personal injury through electric shock. Avoid damaging property and causing inconvenience through power outages. Enjoy tradition safely. Avoid damage and injury.
Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
Paradise FC International crowned Premier League champions. That story and more coming up in sports.
The MTV Evening Sports is brought to you in association with Quartz, bringing value home.
It's the annual frame event at Quartz Optical, so don't miss out. Get up to 80% off your favorite frames. Call 405-9622 to book your free eye examination or book online at quartzoptical.com. Get that frame today and pay later. It's the annual frame event only at Quartz Optical. Value you can see. Conditions apply.
Now for this evening's sporting highlights.
Good evening, sporting fans. After weeks of keen competition among primary schools throughout the Tri-Isle, all parishes are ready to compete in a bid to dethrone defending champs Big Parish St. Andrew in the Nexa GUT National Primary School Games 2024. 2 days of action carded for Wednesday, March 6th and Thursday, the 7th at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium will see the top performers in serious competition. First Vice President of the Grenada Union of Teachers and Chair of the Logistics Committee is Frankson Marshall.
Now we have an exciting change to our program. For this year, we will be having the public attending the activity on both days. On Wednesday, the 6th of March 2024 and Thursday the 7th of March 2024. So for both days, the activities will be open for public consumption.
Marshall believes this is an exciting opportunity to experience firsthand the future athletes of Grenada.
They do not end up at Carifta, which is coming up soon, and the CUT Games and the Olympics and World Athletics Championships from the time they are 16 or 17 or 18 or 20. Their careers start at these tender ages. So as we are celebrating 50 years anniversary of our independence, another way of showing our patriotism is by demonstrating our support for our Grenadian citizenry and our athletes from these tender ages.
Paradise FC International was officially confirmed as champions of the 2023-2024 Grenada Football Association GFA Premier League following the final round of matches on Sunday. Paradise FCI ended the season with 41 points, 4 clear of Queen's Park Rangers, who were second in the league. Head coach Jake Rennie is happy that his team was able to retain the Premier League title despite the challenges faced in the build-up and during the season.
Well, I think it was a hectic season, a pretty tough one for us, knowing that we had to deal with players coming up from work late and having to go Hermitage for some training session, sometimes training Paradise on the weekend because of no lights. So it's been difficult and a challenge for us, but I just wanted to kudos to the players who was committed and was there to put out the hard work, to make it a little easier during the game. So kudos to the players and also to the fans who came out every time and helped us, and to the executive and members of the Paradise executive. So
the 2023-2024 GFA season provided lots of excitement and dramatic moments. The league witnessed intense battles for every position, and the final match day exemplified the competitiveness and passion of Grenadian football. Janelia Glasgow and Nerissa Crafton led us to a defiant win in the first match of our CG United Women's Super 50 campaign. After winning the toss at Connery, the Trinidad and Tobago Red Force Divas elected to open their tournament batting first. The Windward ladies ensured that the Divas' time at the crease was challenging, led by Afi Fletcher's 3 for 40 and Karina Noel's 2 for 18. The Windward dismissed the Trinidadians for 185 runs in the 49th over. When it was the Windward's time to bat, things got off to a comfortable start. An opening stand between Namaya Marcelin and Malika Edward carried us to 39 without loss before encountering trouble. From a place of comfort, we faced an unfortunate collapse that would see us being 55 for 5 just a few balls later. From 55 for 5, Nerissa and Janelia would forge a 90-run partnership worth its weight in gold. Both batters would be dismissed just before victory, Nerissa on 47 and Janelia on 62, but their contributions were priceless. The Windward would cross the finish line in the 49th over with 2 wickets in hand. That's all in today's sports. I am Akila Aberdeen.
That's the sports, the weather, and a recap of the headlines when we come back.
The MTV Evening Sports was brought to you in association with Quartz, bringing value home.
MTV Weather Report comes to you in association with Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
Boy, they gonna fly with kite now. The wind picking up.
I'm coming. Karim, what you doing?
Fly my kite.
Yeah, but not here. You can't fly kite near power lines, boy.
Why not? The wind good.
Because mommy say kite threads conduct electricity.
Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
Good Tuesday evening, viewers, with the nighttime weather forecast and meteorologist Dwayne Williams. A few much needed nighttime and early morning showers prevailed over the extreme southern Caribbean. Those dissipated from around mid-morning into the rest of the day. Some showers did continue over the northern part of the island, however. That is complements this area of cloudness. It's almost stationary. Would continue to bring some more of those brief showers over in the northern parts of the island, but it is expected to dissipate during the night and into tomorrow. No other major features around right now. A slight haze, very slight. We do have some moderate haze in the central Atlantic, but most of that is heading towards South America, so it's not looking as if it's going to affect us in any major way. Right now, the only feature of note is this area of cloudness that brought the showers during the nighttime and in the early morning. As I said, some of it lingering around over the northern parts of the country. The folks, they can expect 1 or 2 showers during the night, but for the remainder of the island and into tomorrow, conditions are going to return to being generally fair. And that is the forecast for Tuesday night, generally fair, but some scattered showers over the northern parts of the island. Easterly winds between 8 and 18 miles per hour, so the winds are picking up a bit again. Minimum temperature around 23, about a 30 to 40% chance of those showers occurring over the north. The moon is going to rise tomorrow morning at 2 minutes past 3, and it's going to set tomorrow afternoon at 2:40. Generally fair conditions on Wednesday. Easterly winds 12 to 24 miles per hour. Moderate seas, 4 to 5 foot waves in open waters. Sunrise is 6:19, sunset 6:16. Temperature will climb to 30. Feel like 37. The UV index moderate. Lots of sunshine throughout the region tomorrow. Port of Spain, Bridgetown, and Kingston will all see mostly sunny skies. Some thunderstorms in Miami, rain in New York, and partly cloudy skies in London. Back at home, we're going to see a repeat to typical dry season weather. The next 5 to 7 days should see mostly fair conditions. 10 to 20% chance of a very, very brief nighttime shower. That's mostly in the interior. Minimum temperature in the night around 23. In the daytime, max will climb to around 30. That's it for me for Tuesday night, folks. Have yourself a great night. Remember, you can join me again on Wednesday.
MTV Weather Report was brought to you in association with Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
Now to end the news, a recap of the headlines. Chopping incident in St. Andrew leaves 1 man hospitalized. St. Mark's residents resist court-ordered demolition. Caregivers trained in first aid and CPR. And in sports, Paradise FC International crowned Premier League champions. On behalf of the news and the production departments, I am Troy Gill. Thanks for watching. Good night.
on this beautiful island where there's so much to see. Every corner I turn, there's something there to remind me of my beautiful nation and what it means to me. Not a thing out of place, that's what's special about it. And do you hear? It's the songs the birds are singing. Do you hear? It's a sound that's everlasting, and there's no end in sight, just the beginning of our lives. Sweet Grenada, this is home. Yeah. And do you hear? It's the songs the birds are singing. Do you hear? It's a sound that's everlasting, and there's no end in sight, just the beginning of our lives. Sweet Grenada, this is home, home, home. Sweet Grenada, yeah, this is home.
Augustine Stephen Philip, also known as Roy of Montcarmel, who resided at La Poterie, St. Andrew, passed away on Thursday, 15 February 2024, at the age of 81. He was the husband of Helen Philip, stepfather of Esther, Doris, Adina, and Kenrick, brother of Ernestine Cox in Trinidad and Tobago, uncle of many including Terry and Cindy Cox, Nella Joseph, Mary Bascom, Francis, Kenrick, Merlin, and Tessa Ruffin. Granduncle of many including Lennon, Ryan, Tamara, Natalie, Medea, Nedra, Warrell, Nadine, Sean, Shane, and Shonari. Many other relatives and close friends including Shanta Cox, Deanne, Winston in the USA, Elsa and Cicely of Latente, the Rogers family of La Poterie, the pastor and members of the Church of God of Prophecy community, and friends and neighbours of Montcarmel, La Poterie, Marquis, and surrounding areas. The funeral service for the late Augustine Stephen Philip, also known as Roy of Montcarmel, who resided at La Poterie, St. Andrew, will take place on Wednesday, March 6th at 1:30 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the Church of God of Prophecy, Canal Road, Grenville, and interment will be at the Grand Bras Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacroix Brothers Funeral Home. Lloyd Ronald Charles, also known as Roundy of Brazan St. George, who resided in New Jersey, USA, passed away on Sunday, 4th February 2024 in the USA, at the age of 49. He was the husband of Charlene, father of Latifah, son of Claudette Collins, Ronald Haynes, and Lloyden Campbell, grandson of Mary Bowen, brother of Aisha, Hayden, and Moshe in the USA, Trevor and Travis in Grenada, stepfather of Casey, Alexa, Kieran, and Mason, uncle of Cady, Mushona, Carter, Xavier, Kaysen, Caden, and Chelsea, nephew of Lecita, Bernadette, Athalie, Ken, Herman, and Babsy in the USA, Agatha, also known as Septalin, Veronica, Leon, Randy, Claudius, also known as Xander, Kenny, Michael, Jean and Erilyn, all in Grenada, and Velma in Trinidad. Son-in-law of Dennis and Bertilda. Cousin of Betty Ann, Simone, Kester, Sean, Sherma, Kenesha, Jeffrey, Avalon, Godson, Evelyn, also known as Zingo in the USA, Deborah, Dexter, Desmond, Diane, Cheryl, Johnny, Fiona, Kendall, Ellis, and Denny. Brother-in-law of Nikki, Shanna, Troy, Nissa, Rudolph, and Ashley. Other relatives and close friends, including Dr. the Right Honourable Keith Mitchell and family, Father Carl Haynes, the Alexander, Charles, Hector, Haynes, Bowen, Caliste, Edwards, Watts and Joseph families of Brazan, Beauséjour, Happy Hill, Brooklyn and Corton Bailey, Pansy Joseph and family, Augustus also known as Mr. Daesh, Knox Alexander, Randy also known as Briggs, Dexter also known as Super, the management and staff of Allied Universal Security Services in the USA and Amalgamated Security Services Grenada Limited and Aviation Services of Grenada Limited, parishioners of the Church of Saints Joachim and Anne of Brazan, and neighbours and friends of Brazan, Beauséjour, Happy Hill, Molinaire, Mount Plaisir, Grand Roy and surrounding areas, as well as in New Jersey, Brooklyn and Queens, USA. The funeral of the late Lloyd Ronald Charles, also known as Roundy of Brazan St. George, who resided in New Jersey, USA, will take place on Thursday, March 7th at 1 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the Cathedral of the Immaculate Conception, Church Street, St. George's, and entombment will be at the St. George's Top Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. Thomas Bell, also known as Vanny of Woburn, St. George, died on Monday 19th February 2024 at the age of 81. Left to mourn are his wife Clara Bell, 8 children, Frank Bell currently residing in Grenada, Hazel Ann Hutchinson, Alison Jackson, Hilary, Nina, Thaddeus, Kevin and Danielle Bell residing in the UK. Siblings Elizabeth Gray, Yvonne Bartholomew, Bernadette Nimrod, Brenda, Mona, Margaret and Raymond Bell. 29 grandchildren residing in the UK, 18 great-grands in the United Kingdom. Son-in-law John Jackson in the UK, daughter-in-law Samantha Bell in the United Kingdom. Brother-in-law David Bartholomew. Many nieces and nephews in Grenada, the United Kingdom, Canada and the USA, including Septimus, Steve and Stefan Nimrod, Sean and Antonio Bell, and Larry Bartholomew. Other family and friends including Lawrence Gill, Arvis Mason, Joycelyn Gabriel, Donna Marie Patterson, the Gray, Richards and Bell families of Grandance, Calavini and Westerhall, the Sam, Pascal and Strawn families, the Woburn and Welcome communities, and the Boys on the Block. The funeral of the late Thomas Bell, also known as Vanny of Woburn St. George, will take place on Thursday, March 7th at 1 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the Springs Open Bible Church, and interment will be at the family cemetery, Lower Woburn. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Telfer Merger, also known as Wire Waste, of Monfendu St. Patrick, who resided in the United Kingdom, passed away on Tuesday, 13 February 2024 in the UK at the age of 61. He was the son of Gilbert and Francis Merger, father of Yolanda, Talisha and Alexandra in Grenada, grandfather of Nyla, Sophia and Tishon, brother of Dinort, Kathy and Danny, Glendale Sarup, Franklin Gandhi, Peter Slow, Margaret Yoland and sister, Lucille Gloria and Shailene, uncle of many including Kurt, Kimon, Stacy and Laurel, close friend of many including Devon, cousins and relatives in the United Kingdom and Grenada including Debbie, Auntie Jacqueline, Lucy and many more, and friends and neighbours of Monfendu and surrounding areas. The funeral service for the late Telfer Merger of Monfendu St. Patrick, who resided in the United Kingdom, will take place on Thursday, March 7th in the UK. Arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. Maureen Phillip, also known as Maureen Monroe of Brazan St. George, who resided at Mount Granby St. John, a well-known farmer and market trader, passed away on Friday 26th January 2024 in Canada at the age of 69. She was the partner of Melville Hostin, mother of Jem and Mellon Monroe, adoptive mother of Carlton Williams in the USA, Myron and Tyrone Hostin in Grenada, stepmother of Wayne James, grandmother of Jade, Brandon, Rishon and Paul, sister of Anne Graves, also known as Ursula, Albert Phillip, Davis McQueen in the UK, Celia Charles in the USA, Dion Noel and Marva St. John in Canada, niece of Alban Noel, Lona Bull, Myrtle and Martin Joseph, Braveman and Tintin Batiste. Aunt of many including Natasha, Damian Graves, Coran Miller, Caleb McQueen, Lindy Henry Norton, Sherlyn and Siobhan Henry. Mother-in-law of Nikisha Monroe. Sister-in-law of Dennis Graves, Pauline Phillip and Mitzi McQueen. Many other close relatives and friends including Godwin and Cutty St. John and family, Chester Phillip and family, Hardy Hostin and family, Peter Wilshire and family, Desmond Thomas and family, Steve Perrott, Justin Ernest and family, Vashti Williams and family, Lisa Henry and family, Lady Norma Glean and family, Yvette Samuel and family, Rebecca Backer-Logan and family, Gurin Joseph, Edward McQueen, Pearl Douglas and family, Gloria Lewis and family, Sandra Francis and family, Vianne Charles, Duda McQueen and family, Devon Hostin and family, Sherland James and family, vendors at the Grove Market, the priest and parishioners of St. Peter's Catholic Church, the Philip, Stanislaus, St. John, Monroe, Joseph, Noel, Sandy and Watts families, and friends and neighbours of Mount Granby, Grove, Brizan, Beausejour, Happy Hill and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late Maureen Phillip, also known as Maureen Monroe of Brizan St. George, who resided at Mount Granby St. John, will take place on Thursday, March 7th at 1 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the St. Peter's Catholic Church Grove, and interment will be at the Douglaston Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. Catherine Edris Nixon, also known as Miss Edris of Lamode St. George, passed away on Sunday, 11th February 2024 at the age of 83. She was the mother of Dr. Sonia Nixon and Raphael Nixon in Grenada and Don Nixon in the USA. Grandmother of Dr. D. Sonia Nixon, Ray, Khalid and Cassandra Nixon in the USA, Kareem Nixon and Samara Dobson in Canada. Great-grandmother of Canik and Carter Nixon. Sister of Evadne Filbert. Sister-in-law of Dora Nixon. Adopted sisters Agnes Wilder John and Dora Radix in the USA. Mother-in-law of Yolande Belforn and Elizabeth Phillips. Several nieces and nephews including Anthony Scratch Filbert, Wayne Filbert, Doctors Jude, Jacinta and Richard Nixon, Vaughan, Barry and Edmund Nixon, Robert Hutton, Cheryl Berkeley, Deslina Bartholomew, Miriam Cador, Marilyn Bonaparte, Anne-Marie Alexander, and Doreen Joseph. Many cousins, other relatives and friends in the USA, Canada, the United Kingdom and Grenada, including the Nixon families, the Purcell family, the Holder family of Marigot, Jonathan Francis and family of Woburn, the Francis and Hutton families in Trinidad, Evelyn Whiteman, Vera Augustine, Anna Telesford, Phyllis Maguire, Norma Henry, Sheila Mark, Gemma Moore, Marlene Marshall, Agnes Herbert, Mark Lawrence, Watson Johnson, Hilda Charles, Albert Yankee Lawrence, Chicky Harris, and friends and neighbours of Lamode and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late Catherine Edris Nixon, also known as Miss Edris of Lamode St. George, will take place on Monday 11th March at 1 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the Our Lady Help of Christians Catholic Church, Beaulieu St. George, and entombment will be at the Beaulieu Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home.
When a loved one passes on, we all need the comfort, support, and guidance of a trusted friend. You can rely on Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. We provide a personalized professional service that exceeds all expectations. Our dedicated staff responds to your every need with the greatest detail, ensuring affordability with a variety of options. Our upgraded state-of-the-art facilities, spacious air-conditioned chapel with live internet streaming, a modern, environmentally safe crematorium, the only of its kind on island, private viewing spaces, large on-site repast center, a modern transportation fleet. Join our burial society today and make personalized arrangements for that final moment as you prepare to enter your loved one into eternal rest. Visit or call Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home and select a package that brings added comfort to the entire family. Lacroix Brothers Funeral Home and Burial Society, continuing a tradition of excellence.
Veronica Croney, also known as Tanti Marge of St. Paul, St. George, passed away on Saturday, 17th February 2024 at the age of 87. She was the mother of Maureen Batiste and Sally Ann Croney Hall in the USA, Raphael Croney, Derek Croney, and Debbie Croney Latouche in Grenada. Grandmother of Her Excellency Rocher Croney, Amanda Batiste and Carleen Hall in the USA, Dijon Croney, Darren Croney, Clint Croney, Carly and Joseph, Kyle Hall, and DeKayla Latouche in Grenada. Great-grandmother of Robert Johnson and Azari Hall, Carissa Hall and Malik Joseph. Great-great-grandmother of Jakari, JC, and Rain Johnson. Mother-in-law of William Batiste in the USA, Carly Hall, Claude Latouche, Cheryl Croney, and Laura Croney in Grenada. Grandmother-in-law of Michaelia Croney, Raquel Croney, and Melvin Joseph. Several nieces and nephews, including Helen Ann Garraway, Abigail Gooding, Erilyn Garraway, Glendolyn Garraway, Phyllis and Paul Hanney. Many cousins, other relatives and friends, including Jacinta Young, Carvel Modeste, Tracy Croney, Victor Bishop, the Garraway families of St. Paul's and Springs, the Gooding, Hanney, Cadet, Bishop, Leslie, Bab, Cador, and Arnold families of St. Paul's, the Croney family of Holder Hill and Telescope, the Lawrence and Charles families of Laborie, the Charles family of Mardi Gras, the Collingwood family in Trinidad, the pastor and members of the People's Church St. Paul's, and friends and neighbors of St. Paul's and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late Veronica Croney, also known as Tanti Marge of St. Paul, St. George, will take place on Thursday, March 14th at 12:30 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the People's Church St. Paul's, and entombment will be at the Monjaloo Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacroix Brothers Funeral Home. Davis Michael Hunt, also known as Tommy, of Mount Parnassus, St. George, passed away on Wednesday, 28th February 2024 at the age of 65. The funeral arrangements for the late Davis Michael Hunt, also known as Tommy, of Mount Parnassus, St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacroix Brothers Funeral Home. Monica Batiste Murray, also known as Mum, Tunka, and Sister Murray, of Pedmatar, St. David, passed away on Monday, 26th February 2024 at the age of 92. The funeral arrangements for the late Monica Batiste Murray, also known as Mum, Tunka, and Sister Murray, of Pedmatar, St. David, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacroix Brothers Funeral Home. Deborah Joseph of Birchgrove, St. Andrew, died on Monday, 26th February 2024 at the age of 55. The funeral arrangements for the late Deborah Joseph of Birchgrove, St. Andrew, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Ramon Stephen of Williamson Road, St. George's, passed away on Thursday, 15th February 2024 at the age of 96. The funeral arrangements for the late Ramon Stephen of Williamson Road, St. George's, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacroix Brothers Funeral Home. Thaddeus Raymond Francis, also known as Pattern and Breads, of Woodland, St. George, passed away on Saturday, 24th February 2024 at the age of 66. The funeral arrangements for the late Thaddeus Raymond Francis, also known as Pattern and Breads, of Woodland, St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Harry Braffett, also known as Terrible and Dr. Hook, of Calavany, St. George, died on Thursday, 22nd February 2024 at the age of 70. The funeral arrangements for the late Harry Braffett, also known as Terrible and Dr. Hook, of Calavany, St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home.
The management and staff of MTV extend deepest condolences to those of you whose loved ones have passed on. Thank you for watching.
Hi, my name is Bishop Daniel Moe, the Bishop of Jerusalem Spiritual Baptist Church. Jesus is quoting that if you believe in him, you shall live again. Those of you who have lost your loved ones, my special sympathy to you. God was declared, as Jesus spoke to Martha and Mary in the 11th chapter of St. John, quote from the 23rd verse. Jesus said unto her, thy brother shall rise again. You go further down into the 25th verse, stating that Jesus said unto her, I am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. Those of you who lost your loved ones, you can put your trust in Jesus Christ. Can you tell us in St. John 14 chapter, let not your heart be troubled. You believe in God, believe also in me. So death is not the end of your loved ones. And remember, there is a time coming when God will raise the dead back to life. As he did to Lazarus that same time when he raised him from the grave. And I want to tell you today, put your trust in Jesus Christ. One day you're going to see your loved one. That is not the end of anyone. As you view this program here today, you can put your trust in Jesus Christ. Because the Bible tells us, seek ye first his kingdom, and everything else shall be added. And I want you to put your trust in Jesus Christ, because with him all things are possible. And the Lord Jesus Christ said in his word that he's coming back again to receive all those unto him. So if you put your trust in the Lord, all things are possible. So my sympathy to you all. I know you'll cry because you have lost someone. But we know that someone died, you'll have pain, you'll have sorrow. But your grief, I know that the Lord, one day the Lord will give you peace in your life. Just put your trust in him and he will give you peace in your life. Just say a short word of prayer with you right now. Say, Lord Jesus, at this time, will you comfort me at this time? I'm in sorrow. My heart is in pain. I've lost someone. Will you comfort me? Say, Lord Jesus, have mercy upon me. Strengthen me. Give me your grace. In this time of trials and transition, to be able to persevere and to be able to hold and to stand up. In this time of trials and transition, all this blessing I ask in Jesus' name. Amen. And to you, I lost your loved one, I pray that God will give you speed recovery and give you the ability to continue to trust him, because we know death is not the end of your loved one. She or he shall rise again. So just trust him and may God bless you with these few words.